Hello and welcome to this video on Introduction to Critical Appraisal. In this video, we're going to take a look at the key concepts of critical appraisal, which you can apply to any type of literature. We're also going to discuss the hierarchy of evidence and how it relates to critical appraisal. First of all, what is critical appraisal? We have here a definition from CASP, who are a lead organisation on critical appraisal. They define it as the process of assessing and interpreting evidence by systematically considering its validity, results, and relevance to your own context. Let's investigate these three concepts in turn. Our first concept is validity, which is determining how sound the study is. This involves checking if the paper has a clear, understandable aim as well as objectives. Take a look at the paper's research method and decide if it was the most appropriate to answer the research question. If not, which method do you think would have worked better and why? You also want to see that they've used the correct population group, i.e. the one they set out to investigate. Finally, and this is the big one, is there any chance bias could have played a part? There are a number of different types of bias, some of which can apply to all types of research and others which are more specific. Our second concept is reliability. How far do you trust the results? Have findings been clearly stated or have the outcomes become confused? Are there any errors or inconsistencies in the results? Can you see information around a research protocol? This will vary depending on the type of research, but this would demonstrate evidence of a plan for the research. Have they explained their methods for analysing the data? Do you think any of the data could have been misinterpreted? It can be beneficial to compare the study to others around the same topic. Do the results agree with other studies? And if not, what is the reason? Think as well about if the study was repeated. Do you think the results would be the same? If not, why not? Our third concept is around relevance. Even if you've appraised the paper as having no faults at all, can you apply the information to your patients? Is it up to date enough? If the paper includes information around a healthcare system in another country, is it similar enough to your own? Think as well about any external factors not included in the paper, but which could have had an influence on the results. To help you answer these questions, a useful tip is to write a Picot for the paper. This outlines the population, the intervention, and the outcomes investigated, and the comparison group if applicable. This information can typically be found in the abstract of the paper. You can then refer back to your Picot to answer questions around validity and reliability. More specific areas of critical appraisal will depend upon the type of study design being used. Here we have the hierarchy of evidence, which ranks the different study designs. Those at the top of the hierarchy, like systematic reviews and randomized control trials, typically use a larger sample size, so can be considered more representative of the wider population. Studies lower down the hierarchy are smaller studies or opinion pieces, which are more difficult to generalize. To help you with appraising, we recommend using the CASP checklists, which are freely available to access. There are also a number of other checklists that you can use, and we have listed a selection here. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any further questions around critical appraisal, please contact your site library or visit our Moodle course on the Trust Moodle page.